You're listening to BottleCAST, the official podcast of Bottlecapps. Okay, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us on another episode of BottleCAST. I have here with me Hayley Morris. She's going to properly introduce herself here in a second. But Hayley works in our programming department, which is responsible for working with all of our awesome alcohol partners. And we're very excited to have her here to kind of just, get to know her, get to know what they do, get to know or hear about all the great things that are happening in 2022. So with that said, Hayley, could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, Lupe. Thanks for having me, first of all. I'm Hayley Morris. I work in our digital campaigns and partnerships department, and I'm our program manager, so I work really closely with all of our supplier and brand partners to create some marketing solutions for them on our platforms.
All right, Hayley, so for our audience here, can you tell them a little bit more about the programming department?
Yeah, of course. So the programming department, we work with our supplier and brand partners to create marketing solutions for them on our platforms, and that can look really different depending on the type of brand or type of supplier. We work with these big dynamic suppliers that have a real presence in every store that you go to, and then we get to work with emerging brands and really figure out what's the best move for them and really tailor it to their needs.
Nice. No, it's been fun seeing a couple of those. Some of them come out of left field, and you're like, "What is that?" And then you get to know the brand, obviously from y'all's debriefing, and then we're like, "Okay, I can get behind that brand." I think there was one that was like a dog wine a while back, right?
Yeah, there have been so many amazing and unique brands. I think that's been one of the most rewarding parts about this whole process for me, and really diving into the programming department is, of course, working with brands that I've known and loved for years, but also working with brands that are new, and you get to really see the growth from the beginning and see how passionate these people are about these small brands, and I love to feed off of that passion and to learn more from them.
Haley, let our audience know, who are some of the folks that have decided to work with us?
Yeah, so we've had great ongoing relationships with Pernod Ricard, with Edrington, with Remy Cointreau. We've really been able to have great relationships with them and continue to create offerings for them. I'm really excited to welcome Brown-Forman to our platform and do some really exciting campaigns for them. It's been just such a joy to communicate with them and learn more about them on a personal level and at the brand level too. So it's really exciting.
That's awesome. Great. And then I know we have a team member of ours that's out right now. So how has it been working with Madison? I know you guys are both, honestly, the entire department, and you guys do so much. So can you talk a little bit about how it is, working together?
I love working for Madison. I always joke, and this is kind of like the millennial joke, I think, in the industry, which is I call her my bosstie, because she's not just an exceptional boss; she's a great mentor, and I can really learn from her and feed off of her in so many ways. So it's just been so rewarding working with her. And she's been away. She has a beautiful baby, and she's been able to spend time with her little one at home. We love a Bottlecapps baby.
Yeah.
So I've been so happy that she's been able to take that time, but I've missed her. I think the whole department, which is the two of us, have missed her.
Nice. No, happy for her return as well. Cool. Awesome, Hayley. Well, yeah, definitely excited for Madison's return. So, you know what? We are adding a new segment to this show, and you are our very first newbie to try it. So with that said, I'm going to introduce the back-to-back round. It's basically a speed question round. So without further ado, let's start the back-to-back round.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon.
Let's go.
I'm too old for this shit.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
If you didn't know, that's Drake back to back, and then a little Lethal Weapon.
Back to back.
No, yeah. So yeah,
I can pick up on Drake, but Lethal Weapon, like, oof.
You
big lost me.
I just barely caught that that era. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to ask you these questions, and you want to answer them in as few words as possible, possibly one word. If you need a couple more, that's fine. So let's go ahead and get started. So, hometown.
Winsboro, Texas.
Favorite sports team, any sport.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Favorite drink.
Champagne.
Favorite food.
Homemade pasta, for sure.
Any pets? If so, I need their names.
No, but I'm campaigning for a cat.
All right. Greatest fear.
Cotton balls. No follow-up questions.
Favorite music genre.
Probably either a subgenre of rock or classic country.
Okay.
Both if I can swing it.
Pet peeve.
Low energy. Pessimism.
There you go.
But like, what does that mean? Grumpy.
Grumpy. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, wires were crossing here.
Grumpy. Not nice.
Not nice. Somewhere you want to travel.
France.
All right. Sum up an embarrassing moment in one word.
Pageant Queen.
All right. That was our back-to-back round with Hayley Morris.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this.
I don't know.
Right? I mean, we're trying to...
Yeah, the interesting, it's not that I'm super embarrassed of my pageant life, but I am thoroughly embarrassed that I was also having an emo phase at the same time. So many of the photos are confusing at best.
Were they the typical MySpace pictures that we all had?
It was like MySpace plus crown and sash. Like there was no theme. We just said, you know what, we're going to go with all interests.
Wow.
That's what we're going to do.
Wow, hopefully those pictures surface eventually. Just kidding. Okay, so I wanted to segue it over to talk about some trends. From your time here at BottleCapps, how has last year looked versus this year in regards to programming, working with our brands, some things you've seen, some things that you maybe are kind of in the back burner. Can you talk a little bit about how this year looks versus last year?
Yeah, so I just celebrated my 1 year at BottleCapps. So I've really, I am one of the newer members. But I've really gotten to see, a full year, what it looks like start to finish. And things have really changed, at least on our side. One thing that I'm really excited to implement, something that's pretty new, I know you've talked about it on this podcast before, but it's our campaign dashboard. It really gives the suppliers and brand partners an opportunity to get a really detailed look at any point in their campaign. They can see what their clicks are, what their views. They can really dive into those analytics at any point. They don't have to wait until the end of the campaign. So it really, opens up a conversation even more to be really collaborative with their campaigns and really strengthens our relationship. So I've really enjoyed seeing that turn for us.
Nice. No, that's awesome that we're able to offer that now. We have some rock stars like you guys. So very excited to see this year, fall into place. Okay, so without giving too much away, I know that you're already in the works with some of our brand partners. Without giving too much away, what are you most excited about this year?
Well, when it comes to the relationship between our department and our brand and supplier partners, I really just love that we're continuing to offer more and more at BottleCapps. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, we can really offer more of a traditional, e-com marketing strategy for a supplier who needs it, but we can also offer distribution campaigns for some of these smaller brands who are emerging, who are really, wanting to get out there. So I'm so excited to really use our full scope of what we have to offer and continue to build on that to create more unique and custom opportunities.
Nice. Great. Yeah, it's definitely a party over here. We have a little something for everybody, so we're excited to service that. Any brand partners that might be listening in that are on the fence potentially, what's some advice you'd give to them that would help them, obviously, of course, join the party?
Well, first of all, hi, everybody. Want to speak to you directly. One thing I would say is, we have so many opportunities. And one thing that I love about Bottlecapps and what just continues to excite me every single day is that we're really dedicated to finding what it is that you need and creating it for you. We're not in the business of saying, here's what we have. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work. That's not our model and that's not our style. So I just really encourage you to check us out because we work really hard and we're really determined to find something that's going to fit your needs.
Awesome, Hayley. So are there any other things on the horizon?
Yeah, I want to step back a little bit and just really highlight just one thing about us that is really unique is we're able to get super granular with our campaigns. We don't just limit ourselves to a specific region or a specific state. We can get all the way down to the chain level or one retail location, and we can program and create campaigns as zoomed in as that. So that's something that I think is a great opportunity and is really unique about us. Another offering that I'm really excited to talk more about is our opportunities for campaigns on Bottle Rover. So I'm sure you've talked about in this podcast, Bottle Rover is kind of our marketplace service that's connected to our entire retailer network. So that's an opportunity for us to give brands a space there to have a little bit of ad space, get some more eyes on them within that market. So we're really excited to explore that more in the new year.
That's exciting. That's it.
We're really excited.
We're really excited.
So much excitement.
There screams in excitement. Internally screaming. Okay. Awesome, Hayley. Well, yeah, I think it's about time to sign off. It's been a pleasure. For those listening in that want to work with us on the programming side of things, where can they find us?
You can find us at bottlecapps.com/brands.
But yeah, thank you so much for going in detail about our programming department and even sharing some bits about your life. Still curious about that pageant phase, but we'll get to that some other time. Thanks, everybody, for listening to BottleCAST. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for listening to BottleCAST, the official podcast of Bottlecapps. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.